go. Let's go.
Welcome back, everybody. Hello, peoples in our wonderful chat. We got a few people on there, and this is your host, Don Tron, followed by the film combatant himself, Angel, and along with Kim. How's everybody doing tonight?
Hi.
Hello.
Hello. Sunday.
Just give me a moment. I'm doing it wrong. So, guys, what's going on? Hope you had a beautiful weekend. Don't mind us if we're eating right now. We're just being rude. If you have your snacks, do it. Eat it up.
I saw Nicholas Clark was in the chat. He was the first one to show up today.
He left.
All right, Nicholas.
Yeah. And then we got the donor, Will Morris, good, reliable, regular people.
Yay.
So what are you drinking tonight, Ellen?
I have Coca-Cola. Dollar Tree special.
All right.
So it's just cola.
Not mixed with anything?
No. I had a busy day. I went to visit Dad, and I made him a slow cooked rump roast of beef with garlic, cloves, olive oil, salt, pepper, and paprika.
Wow.
And then we bought a lot of side dishes from Winn-Dixie.
Okay.
Sounds yummy.
Yeah, we were playing catch up from last weekend, so he wasn't he couldn't be there, so I brought the stuff to him.
Oh, that's nice
that
of you.
was sweet.
Yeah. Let's see. Nicholas Clark. Hi, I am well. Just got off work. Time to relax with beer, nachos, and watch some Marvel. I mean, that's
All
great.
right.
That's a great way to do it.
If I didn't have that big of a dinner, I would have been doing the same thing.
Well, just making some stuff. Now I'm the late guy.
Yes, indeed. But in his defense, for everybody here, he was actually he changed venues. So like now he's in his man cave covered by the green chair. Covered by the
Green screen.
green screen. Thank you. And also, and you may notice the furniture is slightly different. So it's the reclining lawn chairs.
Gravity chairs.
Is that what they call them?
Yeah, on gravity. Because, they get the spring feel like, defying gravity. I mean, I don't know how that works.
Once you're set, we'll give a few more minutes on top of that before we get started officially.
There you go.
I should tweet this. I know a tweet just came out, but I should tweet another tweet of the tweets.
Oh my God. If you hear me chewing, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that one I did hear.
That was a big bite.
It was.
I'm being fed like the prince I am.
Okay. And then let's see.
Bring up.
I keep forgetting this is the new phone. Oh, there we go.
So is everybody excited about this episode?
Well, I accidentally saw some stuff, and it wasn't on purpose. It was by accident. And I was like, damn it. Because damn Facebook and Instagram and all that stuff and YouTube are like, But, I saw one person there. I saw one person on there.
Yeah. Can we mention that or spoiler alert?
Well, what? I saw Julie Louis-Dreyfus.
Yeah. She makes an appearance.
Right.
Yeah,
I was like, damn, is that the power broker?
No, I saw it on their thumbnail, and I'm like, even the thumbnail got me. But I didn't go into the video. So I don't know how they're going to embark on it, but I know what her character's supposed to be, but I don't know how it ties in.
Hey, something happened.
What
happened.
Wait.
Something's playing.
Oh, stop.
I didn't hit play.
Something's playing.
Stop.
Something did it. No, what's going on?
Stop.
Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Bro, I just installed Teleparty, and then I put the link up, and then it started playing. Do I have control of this, or do you have control of this?
I said for me to have control, but...
Yeah, but nobody. It's like I have control now.
Stop.
I am the power broker on this episode.
Leave it alone. Don't touch anything.
Well, the odd thing is it didn't do nothing on my side.
Oh, interesting.
I know, but you know what? That's the thing about Teleparty is...
It sucks. Is that what you're saying? It sucks?
I mean, it works better than some other units, but because it's integrated into multiple softwares, not every streaming service is the same.
Okay.
Like, it works better with Netflix. Like, that was the original software it was meant for. And
well, this is Disney. So, do we have a Disney version instead of a Netflix edition?
No, this is the adapted Disney version, because they adapted it for HBO. This is why I like Amazon better.
Gotcha.
Your brother's just trying to be difficult.
Excuse me. I'm just being me. I'm not being difficult. I'm just being me.
I've adapted to them in over 37 years now.
We lost the audio. Mayday.
I hear you. Oh, you lost your audio for your...
Yeah. Okay, we're good now. Let me see.
All right.
Is homeboy there. What's his name? What's
Who?
Will Morris?
no.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah, that guy.
Oh,
Bonda.
Bunda? No, I don't see Bunda in the chat yet. He might join. He may not.
All right, let's get us 3 people. Oh wow, we're cooking now.
Well, it is a Sunday.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
I sent Twitter out a little bit late because I passed out after. I'm not gonna lie. So I sent out my Twitter net a little bit late, but we'll give him like a few more minutes. My brother had some time to troubleshoot some stuff.
we're good now.
Excellent.
No, I apologize. We shouldn't eat.
Eating?
Do you hear me chewing?
Yeah, every second bite. Now I hear you
Sorry.
chewing.
Wow.
Well, that's me.
Oh, that's you? Okay.
Sorry.
It's okay. Well, I mean,
This is our dinner.
This is true, but like, there's a trick to when you mute yourself. Like, if you mute yourself, like I just did, you can. If you saw how I just muted myself, but now if I press
That was you.
but if I press the space bar, it unmutes me, and then I let go, I get muted
Can you
again.
stop that?
Hello.
Hey, yeah.
All right, thank you. Well, I'll just cover the mic.
Well, I'm just teaching you some tricks.
Listen, 48 years old. I know I don't look a day over 47.
That's right. You are 40. I was counting the years.
All right, I'm ready to go. Who's ready to go? Let me see a thumbs up or a number 1 if you're ready to go.
I'm good. We'll give we have a slight delay, so we gotta give the people a moment in the chat.
There you go.
Oh, they're saying it's my sound that's chewing, so no ASMR. Oh, by the way, if you want the teleparty link, everybody, it's in the description. I've put it in advance in the description of the video. Oh, what's that? What one is that?
Stella.
Stella.
How is your hair? How is your hair on my drink?
She was marking it when she was getting ready to drink it herself. All right, so Nicholas looks ready to go.
Thank you, Nicholas.
Yes. And see here. I mean, we got less than that, so let's give 2 minutes for people.
Less than 2 minutes. What? You said we're going at 8:20?
Yeah, let's go at 8:20.
Who said that?
I'm gonna say that.
Well, it is your show.
Make the executive
Yes,
decision.
I'm making it. I'm gonna make the executive decision. Calling it.
All right, well, wake me up when it's done ready, because I don't want.
Did you now? I noticed you were wearing your
Yes.
Marvel shirt today.
Well, isn't this a Marvel production?
True, but you didn't wear an Image shirt during Invincible.
That's because I don't have one.
It's just, I can't think of many Image shirts that really are out there now.
There will be.
Probably
Yeah,
more so.
All you have is The Walking Dead. Let's be more of TMC.
Yeah, that's a fact. All right.
I'm ready to go.
So let's see. Here we're at this one. Cool. Almost. I'm gonna give it a countdown when we get there.
All right, should I do
All
the
right.
intro?
All right. Wait.
Here we
Yeah.
go.
You want to do your intro?
Yes.
I'll let you get the intro. He lives for this stuff.
Really?
Hey, Stella. All right, it's like, all right, guys. Welcome back to NerdTots. I am Angel. This is Kim. And that's Adan. We're about to watch episode 5 of Falcon and Winter Soldier. So strap in. Here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and rock on.
Woohoo!
Previously on.
I mean, that's a good scene to start on.
Well, you know, everything that they do on the previously on, the flashbacks, is going to be focused on today.
Oh, they included a yell this time.
Hmm.
Remember, it was silent last time.
Right.
You know what got me on that last episode when they hit Lamar by mistake? It's like they just stopped. No one really went after the new Captain
Well, they don't
America.
want to. Well, yeah, they don't want to kill. It wasn't. They wanted to kill, but not really kill. He wasn't Captain America, so why kill someone who's not involved?
I mean,
it
they've
makes
done
no
it
sense.
before. I mean, they
Right.
bombed the people, and their sole goal was to kill the one guy.
Right, you're right about that. But it was like making a point, and it was like they were doing it to the people that were killers. You know what I'm saying? So they were killing killers. What was cool about with this, Lamar represented, in the comic book sense, Lamar represented his parents. In the comics, he lost it when his parents were killed, and he went on a murder rampage. And it wasn't just one person; he killed a lot of people, and because his parents were killed in front of him. Lamar represents that family. Lamar represents that structure, that grounding. Every time I hear that line, I think of Batman, Michael Keaton, Batman. He's out there right now, and I have to go to work.
Are you talking?
Oh shit, they're there.
I mean, he
Caught
wasn't
him.
that far away.
I know, but
That's a great.
Scene.
that's a great angle.
Yeah.
Time to go to work. He just did it. He just did the Batman.
Mm.
No, he didn't. Duh. No, he don't. Or he won't.
He's twisted.
Every time and throwing it, making it bounce all over the place.
Well,
And
there's
now he's not catching
looking
it.
at the difference of speed. Like you see him like accelerating the speed and throwing it harder.
Yeah, I guess, but I don't know.
So it's like, you toss a baseball, you can toss it, but if someone hits you with a fastball special,
and he did make the comment saying that it just doesn't feel right when he was.
Yeah.
And he's trying different angles.
Yeah, that's just me though. A little capoeira action going on. Oh, that's not him. That's not him.
No, that's definitely not him.
But I'm saying the camera angle still good. I mean, it's good. But I want to know what this shield, because it looks like there's like stuff can come out of the shield.
Like it was revised. Well, the shield was put together again after it was destroyed the first time.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like it looks like some of the stars can come out, like maybe like daggers, if you will, like shooting. Oh, he's back. I'm here to fight for you. Bonjour. GSP. Okay.
In case you guys haven't realized, we are fans of Saint Pierre.
Yeah. Hello. Yeah, it's not obvious.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they're in New York. I was wondering they're in New York. They're at Madison Square Park. That's where they were.
Yeah.
Not at Central Park, though. Oh, that's right there already. It's kind of like saying Hell Hydra.
Yeah.
Feels like saying Hell Hydra. Might as well have. How'd I get his fingerprint?
They're Wakandan. They could do anything.
Yeah. I'm just saying. I was like, hello. Red, white, and blue. Are you fucking...
Jesus. Okay, we have to stay for the credits, though.
No, I know. I'm just saying. Really? I think it would have been better. I think it would have been better if he crashed into the party, because he knows what'll be happening in New York. He just crashed into the party in the gear, and then they cut it off. That'd be cool. And they start the next episode with him fight with all the fights. Could be wrong.
But you know what? Next week is gonna be fire. I know it is gonna be hot.
Oh yeah, but I'm just saying, it would have been cool if they just did it like, it's like crashed in, right? And then you see him in all his glory, and then they cut it. You're like, it's like, this was slower than last week, but still awesome. You see the bonding happen.
It was slower, but it started off with a bang.
Oh no, of course. It had to. But I'm just saying, it just gets a little more substance in the story and the direction it's going.
Meister G, are you sure there's a post credit?
Oh, you do? You know about that? You don't? You said you didn't watch it, right?
No,
I did. I heard.
She knows.
Kim here. She knows too. But I mean,
you didn't cheat, Kim, did you?
George.
No, of course not.
All right.
Here it is, right here. Yep. He's making his own shield. Interesting. Okay. U.S. agent.
It's not going to be as good as the original, though.
But no, it's not.
All right.
All right.
Okay, so,
He's clearly messed up.
Yeah.
Oh no, absolutely. But there is so much to talk about this episode, though.
Right.
Only the strong. It wasn't a bad movie. It was actually pretty good. And yes.
Oh yeah. All the capoeira. Oh,
yeah.
All the capoeira.
I like this episode.
All right, so let's go here.
All right, so
let's do a recap, I guess. So, guys, you just watched with us, or if you're just joining in, we just finished watching episode 5 of the Falcon and Winter Soldier. Spoilers for those who are just joining in, or if you haven't seen it, put a pause, watch the episode, and come back to us. But on episode 5, we start with, right after that, John Walker just killed a member of the Flag Smashers, all videotaped, all caught on camera, all that stuff. And he's just running. He's like freaking out, I guess, trying to catch his breath, catch his wits. From there, catching his wits, he's getting the flashbacks of his best man just being killed and how to deal with that. Bucky and Sam find him, in his warehouse, and we witnessed a badass 2-on-1 scene, reminiscent to Civil War with Cap and Buck fighting Iron Man, and now this is Buck and Sam fighting Captain America. It was a badass scene where it comes down to Bucky getting the shield, giving it to the rightful owner, who is Sam. There we see, I guess, the court martial, if you will, of John Walker being dishonorably discharged, what have you. So like that, we see that and him like fighting that, which is parallel to in the sense of how a lot of military vets personnel are treated after they're given their time, but rightly so, he's been discharged. Then we go to another scene where after that happens, we meet a woman. What's her name again?
Val.
Contessa.
Val, they call it.
Oh yeah.
Well, let's call her Val.
Yeah.
She's Val.
Just don't say it to her face.
Just don't, yeah.
Right. Just don't say it to her face. So she introduced herself to, maybe she's a part of the Power Broker. Maybe she's part of the wrestling league that he was part of in the comics. Maybe she's going to be like a CIA agent that's going to make him the US agent. So maybe it's all that stuff that we don't know what's going to be. But we know that she has strong intel and strong connections. Right. We see Sam visit Isaiah Bradley, who wants answers and to understand, because again, being in the military, he didn't know anything about this. So we see Isaiah's story, pretty much how blacks were treated, not just in America, but in the military, where it can be seen as how blacks were treated in the sense of an invention of modern technology or past technology. Things of that nature, how black heroes.
That he was part of like guinea pig group of
them.
Yeah,
right. But he broke protocol to save them, and still he was punished. And then he was used as a guinea pig in a sense of what made this guy different than everyone else, because everyone else they gave different variants of the serum.
And he was the only one that it actually worked.
He was just like how Steve, like before there was different variants and they all failed, but it worked with Steve. Mm-hmm. So they were like, what made it different? And, it left a bitter taste in his mouth.
Well, because he lost a lot. He lost
his wife.
Sort of like, Cap.
Right. But Cap, he was able to return to his love.
Yeah.
Then we see, the bond of Bucky and Sam become stronger, and we see a little flirtation going on with Bucky and Sarah, which was like, stop that right there before you start. Stop from Sam. That strong build. But before that, we also see, after Sam is Isaiah Bradley, we see Bucky visit and confront Zemo for the last time that we know of momentarily. And instead of killing or shooting Zemo, he hands him off to the captors, the Doritos. No, not the Doritos. It's the Doritos Milaje.
Wow.
The Doritos
Milaje. Am I saying it right? I think it's Doritos Milaje, but I'll say Doritos because I thought it was kind of cute. But no, it was not racist.
I would think they would take offense to that.
Oh, stop. So anyway, we see that happening, which was also cool to see that, he's progressing. The Winter Soldier is progressing, evolving to a better.
But that was kind of an interesting conversation that he had with, what's her name, head of it.
Right.
Like, she's like, don't think about coming back. And
it's because he knows.
And then what was his response? Like, I have one more favor for him.
Right, and that we see that later with that. What was that last thing? It was he has a gift for Sam. That's from, now what exactly is it? Well, I would think it's more of a better armor, better wings. Because it was torn off with their battle. The wings were torn off with the battle with John Walker. So, and it wasn't vibranium. It was like military grade, strong, so adorable. Will it be the Falcon costume? We don't know yet, because we know in the comic books, Joaquin Torres becomes the Falcon. Sam takes the mantle of America. Will that be two Falcon types? I don't know. We don't know yet. Will it be a Captain American, more Captain America than Falcon costume for Sam? We move on. We see Carly gather her troops and gets ready to make a final, I guess, stand or attack, if you will. And what was that? It wasn't the UN, but it wasn't the UN, but it's kind of like in New York.
Yeah, it's a GRP or something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
They're
like
talking about.
Summit.
Yeah, it's a summit talking about the refugees, about the people who got blipped in and the people who got displaced.
Right.
She's kind of become like a mortar. Yeah. So
No, she's
mortar.
become a supremacist. She has become a supremacist. She like what's funny, what's interesting and stuff like this is like a lot of people sometimes like that saying in Batman, the Dark Knight, excuse me, die yourself a hero or live long enough to become the villain. And that's what she's becoming, villain, where she's trying to discard or take away what
Yeah, and even her people,
symbolism,
you can
but she's
tell
become a symbol.
you can tell her people are kind of thinking like, what's really going on here? Like, you were kind of moving away from the cause. They're like,
Well, yeah, it's like she's becoming what she despises.
yeah, yeah,
And that's what happens to a lot of people is that they,
the power.
well, not the power, but
Well, sort of like what happened to Walker.
well, yeah, those two parallel, right? But he took it away because it was like it's more of his ego
Yeah.
and that nature. Her ego too, in a sense, but it's just become more radical.
Yeah.
It's become more radical. Where
Well, basically, it's Zemo's predictions coming to fruition. He predicted like the serum is, brings out the inner person, but it is corrupting, and and he's like, there's only been one Steve Rogers, and since then we haven't had others like that are truly of his caliber. And let's see,
well, not really. I mean, in a sense, like we had. Well, no. Well,
sidetrack. Bunda, we don't share deodorant, and not when we were younger, nor when we were older. All right.
That's a little fetish thing going on right there. But you can see, I mean, you have, there's only one Steve Rogers rule. Technically, there was two about it. But you can see, like, Iron Man became, like, more Steve Rogers in the sense where he was, arrogant, cocky, and all this stuff. He had all the money, he could do all this stuff. But then he saw him being, through the years, selfless.
Yeah.
He became, obviously, he became sacrificial, like that. But in the sense of, but he didn't represent America. Steve Rogers did. But we're being a little more specific in the sense of the Captain America world, MCU.
So now we see what's his name, who appeared in the beginning. They brought him back as like the secret weapon. What was the bad guy that Falcon was going after?
Baltruck.
Valtrak. Yeah.
Valtrak.
So now, So now,
the GSP's on.
Yeah.
Well, he's always going to be in there. He's which is great.
Popular Captain America villain from back in the day.
But now he wants Falcon. My only Falcon.
Well, yeah, because they had that fight.
Plus, he's like the next best thing to actual Captain America.
No one really knows about Bucky. They do, but not really, because yes. Falcon is more related to Captain America. But, in the sense that both, like, Baltruck and Carly are best in the sense of destroying symbolism. But even though Baltruck had an agreement with Nick Fury it was all a setup. It was like a setup, like your soldier. But Baltruck was there. It was all part of Nick Fury's plan, whatever. It was all related.
So now we go.
But anyway, so Carly and the Flag Smashers go to that summit. They say a line very similar to like Hell Hydra. One people, one world, or something like that. The lights go crazy, something like that. And then we see Sam somehow opening the Wakanda box with a finger scan, which he has never touched. I don't think he's ever been to Wakanda. Has he been to Wakanda?
Yeah, he's been to Wakanda. The Infinity War. The end battle scene. They were in Wakanda. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And when he gets blipped, he was also in Wakanda. But they were in Wakanda for a little bit.
Right, but I'm just saying, like, how to get the thumb thing. That's all I'm saying. So anyway, he puts his thumbprint and it opens up. I'm saying, like, I mean, they shook his hand and he touched one of the beads and it reminded him they captured his thumb.
Or, I mean, they were on the run for a while and, like, Captain America had ties. Maybe, like, at one of the times they just hid there for a while. I mean, that's all, like, off-screen stuff.
But anyway, that's how it ends when he opens up. And it's kind of like that scene from reminiscent to Pulp Fiction. When they open the suitcase, no one knows what's in there, only people who see it. So we don't know what's in there. We have no idea. It could be an upgraded shield. It could be an armor. It could be whatever. It could be a new pair of wings with Red Wing, a new updated Red Wing. So we don't know until we'll know on episode 6.
But then we go through the credits, and then
we see then the credits happen. And in a post-credit scene, we see John Walker building a new shield. Now, granted, it's just man-made. In the comics, he gets his own shield made of his own, like it's either adamantium or a variation of vibranium, but the government gives him his shield, hence becoming the U.S. agent, because he's part now. He is owned by the government.
Yeah.
In that sense. But he makes his own shield, which is just regular steel and alloy, which we're not. I mean, unless, well, no, because how are you going to make it? But that's his main. Now he thinks he's Captain America. He has that mindset. So he'll say, well, if I make a shield out of this, I'll still be Captain America, which is
Yeah.
But you forgot to mention the fact that he did go to his partner's parents.
Right. Yes, exactly.
To acknowledge
He
his
does go back
condolences and everything,
to
which is interesting because his sister,
condolences.
what was his partner?
Lamar.
Lamar's sister was kind of acting a little indifferent toward Captain America.
Well, that's probably because Lamar is probably will give more talk. They probably had conversation where it's like, yo, I think he's losing it.
Or she just blames him in general. Like, you were there, how come you couldn't protect my brother? That kind of situation.
Yeah.
I can easily that could be a number of things. It'd be interesting if she's in the next episode and there is more to that. I will. There's no way they're not going to have a good there's going to be a good conflict between his character and those other characters again. I just don't know if it's going to be him with Carly or like him with Falcon again. Now,
there'll probably be a big battle where.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's going.
Oh, there's definitely going to be a big battle.
He's going to show up.
Well, it's going to be a big battle, I think, because he's going to come in. He's going to come into that summit, trying to save the day.
Yeah,
where you have the real captain, and you'll have Bucky come in, and it'll be kind of.
I mean, he's got to make up for
He's not there to make up. He's there for revenge. That's what he's going for. He's going to be going for revenge for Lamar.
Revenge for Lamar. But I think it's also
to get him back into the graciousness of everyone.
Well, yeah, he's going to try to prove a point, like I am the true Captain America. Blah blah blah.
Yeah. See, I came and saved the day.
I mean, that's go ahead.
No, I was going to ask, like, you have a better memory of this, and this was a good point. Bunda said Infinity War copied the Battle of Naboo. Do you agree with that?
The Battle of Naboo, it says a prequel. It's talking about Star Wars prequel, which you have robots. And so, hold up. So he's saying, what was it?
Endgame? Go back to the screen where it shows.
He said Infinity War copied the Battle of Naboo. Because we referenced Infinity War being. I mean, I can kind of see where he's going with, but Infinity War did a better battle than the Battle of Naboo.
Here's the thing. Pretty much every major battle that we see is influenced from another battle that we have seen
on TV.
You can TV or movies. So I mean, it's like. So have like the Game of Thrones, have these with Jon Snow gets in a battle where he's being like almost drowned by dead bodies and stuff like that, and he breaks out. It's like we've seen this in Lord of the Rings, we've seen this in Star Wars, we've seen similar battles, Braveheart and all this stuff. You can say, oh, this is like from that, and this is that. I mean, no, I'm sorry, there was no robots in Infinity War where like you have robots coming in to attack in the Phantom Menace.
Mm-hmm.
In the Battle of Naboo, you have these aliens, these monstrous aliens coming in, yes, like that. But I mean, like, no, I'm sorry, no boy, no boy.
He clarified. He said they dig the big shield and the army going through the shield and everyone fighting. That was the big. So that's your tie-in.
That one thing. But did a boy in Infinity War crash into another airship and accidentally hit a button and shot off a rocket accidentally, which shot down all the robots which ended the Battle of Naboo?
Mm-hmm.
I think not. But there's similar. Every battle we see, any major battle we see in one film was influenced by another film that we saw. But then they tweak it and they make it a little different. That's the thing, They say, "Oh, we like that, so let's use that." Or they don't really realize it. It's like, wait a minute, I've seen this before. I think we should try it. They don't know that, like they're inspired. Oh, this would be cool. They did this. Not knowing that they saw it in another film.
True.
Without realizing, that happens too.
Okay, so let's bring it back home. I'm gonna start.
No. Let's go. No. Let's go down the rabbit hole. Let's go. What you got, Boone? No, I'm kidding.
No. Anakin was partially there, but anyways, to bring it back, I want to talk about that fight scene at the very beginning. So, bro, after this is done, I am rewatching that fight scene.
Well, after
two, if not three times over.
What?
He's going to bed afterwards. No, I'm definitely gonna rewatch it. That was legit great. The way they show John Walker taking a knee, trying to recompose himself, is a beautiful. That's a wallpaper shot. First of all, that was a great shot.
There's two of them. That one, and at the end where you see Bucky holding
with
his
the shield. Yeah,
holding his shield and the light hitting it. It was like, it's kind of religious, if you will. Both of those scenes with John Walker. Mm-hmm. John Walker seeing that capture from the distance. It was very religious, almost like an angel has fallen, right? And then at
Yeah.
the end, you see an angel has risen from the ashes, like almost like a phoenix, but in a different way. Before Bucky relinquishes his shield, so we kind of see like kind of very cinematic and very religious in that, which was good. But I'm just wondering, like, between this battle scene, the battle scene in the last episode, there was a lot of kicks. I was like, wow, these guys are really kicking with a lot. Well, in the last episode,
I
there's
mean,
a lot of
comparatively, Falcon would need to kick more because they could just punch everybody a lot easier, and like legs are stronger than arms.
No, but I know that. I know that, but not just him. It was like it was everyone. Everyone was doing back kicks and stuff like that. I was like, okay. I mean, it is what it is. I just, how things are just a little bit more of one than normal.
Well, even like when he was like I guess practicing training, and
he was doing more he was doing the more of the capoeira, parkour, if you will, kind of esque. But he had that you've seen him do that in all the films. You've seen him like he'll use his kicks when he's coming down. He's going to take someone down.
You think they use the same stunt double?
Possibly. Oh yeah, they probably. Well, most likely it would. But
we'll talk about that stunt double.
Well, that's. I mean, it's fine. No, but I'm saying like we've seen his fighting style. You can't really use your arm so much because he has the wings, but he does have his feet at his disposal, especially when he closes the wings and he'll land on someone's chest or what have you. But I'm just saying, overall, fighting in the last episode, you see a lot more kicks, not just from him, but like a lot of character. And you see it here. You see him doing the flips and stuff like that. Now, granted, if he had his wing, can he do all of that? It's kind of tough because for him to do all that, the wings have to go back in. It's like that. It was pretty to see. It was nice to see in a sense of he's in full costume do all that.
Well, they kind of did it like he was executing some of his moves in full costume when he was fighting the last episode and this episode.
Right, but he didn't do it with a shield.
This is true.
He wasn't throwing a shield and stuff like that. So when you add a different or another component to your arsenal, you can't fight the same way. It's like when you fight.
It's like being trained in barehanded fighting all your life, and then all of a sudden now you get you may be able to swing a stick, but it doesn't mean you're proficient with using the stick. In comparison to I've trained in boxing, now I got a stick. Does that mean I'm going to be good at hitting people with a stick? No.
Right. No, right, exactly. It takes a little while, but then you see him training with the shield. You saw him get very proficient, and his timing was getting very good. But now he'll have wings, if he has wings. If that's going to be the costume for the next episode.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, granted, in the comics, he does have wings. He does not relinquish his wing in the comics. He has the shield and the wings. But now, I'm just saying, of course, they're going to make it work. That's the thing. They're going to make it work, and that's all good. But I'm just saying. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I was laughing because I hear Donnie. I know that's Donnie.
Oh, you hear him?
I hear him.
Well, you can. Well,
Donnie
just
wants attention.
He wants the attention.
Yeah.
But well, since we're in the main cave, it's gonna be kind of tight.
Yeah.
So that's right.
Gippy White, when Falcon is on his back and Walker is over him, and Falcon shoots his wings out and spins on his back, causing his wings to sweep Walker's legs, that was brilliant. The music they used for that was the Civil War, by the way. Oh, okay. I didn't listen to. I blacked out the music. I'll be honest.
Well, it made sense because, like I said, we saw the comparison in the Civil War where Bucky and Cap is fighting Iron Man, the 2-on-1.
Oh no, I agree. That makes absolute sense.
It makes sense to have that music in.
Yeah.
Because that's how it ties in. So it's like have that emotional, parallel and content with it, which was awesome. That fight scene was just like it's kind of like reminiscent to episode 1. Where we get the action right away. Yeah. With the Falcon jumping out of the ship, out of the helicopter or whatever?
He jumped out of the plane initially, and then he got into a helicopter and jumped out of that.
Right. That was like reminiscent of how this episode started. It started relatively with action right off the bat. And it was great choreography. I mean, the choreography, the angles, the camera angles, the timing. It was reminiscent of an MCU feature film. That's how good it was.
So I would say like the scene where they break his arm for John Walker, the same fight scene, but like that, I didn't expect the arm to be broken.
Right. Oh yeah, that was awesome. I mean, that was great. It made sense, and that Strino.
And you made a parallel to it with Infinity War. I heard you.
And Endgame, because it was like how they're trying to get the glove, or in this case, the shield, and they're trying to And so how to get it off is to put the arm out of his normal position to help release it. And so
For
that was,
me,
I mean,
there was emotional layer to it because for both Bucky and Falcon, it wasn't about like taking down John Walker. They just want to get the shield off of him because he was
right.
disrespecting the memory of their friend.
And you have John. And you have John, who was refusing to relinquish the shield.
Yeah.
So you have that. I mean, we saw that in the thing where the three of them are talking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And and Sam almost got the shield when he brought the thing that we want the shield. He was like,
yeah. Well, it just reinforced it. But it's like after they got the shield, Bucky gives him the shield, and you see like a good moment where Falcon's like rubbing the blood off. He's not caring that he got the shield. He's trying to clean the shield and get this blood off of it.
It's almost like it's almost like nostalgia in the sense of like, has there ever been blood on?
I mean, I'm sure it was like it went through World War II. Like, yeah. I'm sure there's been, but not like in a sense like that was with like Steve Rogers when he had the shield all that time. But for Falcon, it's a symbol. It's a memory of his friend. It's a symbol of what the title means. And it's the symbol of what, it is to be a better person. And then now it's covered in blood in an act of revenge and rage.
So the shield got tarnished.
Exactly.
And so it's like, it has many layers of why he was taking it off and stuff like that. And it was, right, like you said, it was used out of anger. It was used to kill someone instead of used to defend someone. As a protector, as a symbol like that. And what was great about that scene with Sam and Isaiah was also you have two people, two black people who have two different experiences with the U.S. military.
Yeah.
You have Sam who still believes that there's good and promise in the U.S. government, the symbolism and the oath and all that stuff. Where you have Isaiah Bradley, who once felt like he did, but is now does not feel the same way because of his experience, he being lied to, him being punished for doing the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
He may have broken protocol of not rescuing his teammates, but he was he just still did the right thing because it was in his heart. That's something that Steve Rogers would have done and
he did for Bucky. Mm-hmm.
Right, he did it for Bucky. He did exactly this. Yes, he did the same exact thing for Bucky. He broke protocol. He turned his back on what he was ordered because he believed the same thing. But what happened?
He gets the medal.
He doesn't get medal. He gets discharged too. But he doesn't get court-martialed. He doesn't get in prison for 30 years.
No, wait.
He doesn't.
He went off and saved Bucky before he became an actual soldier. Remember, they were just using him for the show. He was a symbol. And then when he saved Bucky, that's when they really started using him for mission.
Right. No. What I'm talking about is after his 30-year sleep when he was the Winter Soldier.
Oh, yeah.
That time.
They gave Bucky the pass. Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. Well, because, the thing with Captain America and Steve Rogers in World War II, when he's doing all those shows, promoting, patriotism and all that stuff, then he became what he was acting. Yeah. So it's different in that sense. It's like, that's great publicity. Let's use it. Let's roll with it. So that's what they did. But then, several years later, he goes and does the same thing to save his friend Bucky, but who is actually a known criminal as the Winter Soldier. And he still breaks it. But then he disappears. He relinquishes the shield like he does in the comic books.
Yeah.
But in a different way. And he goes into hiding. He becomes the nomad. He becomes that persona of nomad. Another character that he did for a while, and then someone else took over. But he didn't really get punished. They let him be. But Isaiah Bradley gets punished. He gets tested like a guinea pig. He gets, he's been lied to. Never hears from his wife, and all this stuff. He's punished for doing the right thing. And we have seen this, how this is done recently over and over and over again, how people of the Black community are mistreated. It's very seldom we see them celebrated or mistreated. It's sad. Like, people may think this is like too woke, blah, blah, blah. But that's what's cool about Marvel is that they do stuff that actually does parallel today's stuff.
I do want to talk more about that scene. I will say, let's see.
Turpentine. That probably would have worked.
Yeah, no, Turpentine would get out. get out of the
Yeah.
blood for sure. Munda,
your
no,
brother.
I've never given an
Oh, no,
expired
Slink's got
coupon.
quiet.
I'm very legit on my coupons if I ever use them. And I don't
I don't
understand the
hear you,
question
bro.
about the gas.
You
I'm
just go
not
mute us.
No, I did not mute.
You hear me?
I hear you just fine. And are you hearing me on Zoom or YouTube?
I don't hear you.
Just check the connection.
You might want to check your connection.
No.
And Bunda, I paid $2 in gas, but
I don't
only
hear
per
him.
gallon. We've had gas at like really low some years. Can you hear me? I hear you. I hear you.
They hear the dog.
Yes. So you might want to
Anyway.
dip out and then come back in. Or here we go. Say it's not. Wait, do you hear me now? People in the chat, if you hear me, put a 1. If you hear my brother, put a 2.
Yeah, but we don't hear you, so we don't know what you're saying. We have technical issues. Hold up. Let me say something.
I want to talk about Isaiah Bradley.
Well, I guess that could be a good time to end this because I can't hear anything.
I can't hear shit.
Well, this is the fun part. I guess.
There's Stormy.
There's Stormy. Yeah.
Hi, Stormy.
You hear all of you. That's awesome. But I can't hear my bro.
All right. So, we're trying to get him sorted.
Anyway, so I guess, all right, how about this? Let's just cut it. Let's just cut it now. Let's say thank you for all the joining. You can take us out.
All right, guys.
You can take us out, and you can cut this out on the edit.
All right. So,
Why don't you go out?
yeah. Oh, let me do this. Oh, hold on.
Let's see. Well, I'm going to do this. I'm going to take myself out.
Wait.
How about that?
Wait.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Let me take myself out, and because it's past my bedtime, it is a school night for us. So some of us have to get up early at 6 a.m. to get strong. Yeah, I did read that chat, and it's saying, "Click, don't touch my armpit." Wait a minute. Listen, this is for 48? For 48, this is look. Ow, I got a cramp.
Are you cramping?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, we haven't even talked about what do you think the last episode's gonna.
Okay. At least give your
Hey, Bunda.
prediction
How are you?
for the last episode.
Life would be boring without Bunda.
Bunda keeps it spicy.
No, it's all good. It's all good. All right. Oh, Bunda. I'm not here to impress you. This is okay.
All right, let's do this.
Okay, all right. So our predictions for next week, the finale, or is it a series finale or a season finale? Because Sebastian Stan said he wouldn't mind doing a season 2. So let's just say for episode 6, be it season finale or a series finale, to be determined later. I think it's gonna be a big blowout, a big battle with Flag Smashers, the new Captain America, Sam, the U.S. agent, John Walker, Bucky. I think that's going to happen, a great battle royale, if you will. Don't forget, there's a lot of numbers in the Flag Smashers, so we're going to see that happening, how they're going to disperse with that, how they're going to handle all that, who else is going to be involved, who's going to have a guest appearance. That's going to be interesting. Who's going to do a guest appearance will it be one of the Avengers? Will it be Hawkeye? Will it be Hawkeye coming in to help because his new show coming out? Would that be a tie-in there too? Will Doctor Strange possibly come in to help because he's in New York? Will Banner come in and make an appearance with that? So I think one of the Avengers will come in to possibly help out. That would be cool to see. That would be awesome in that sense. I think we'll have a guest appearance. We had one with the Black Panther for Wakanda, but I think we're going to have a relation or an appearance by another teammate of the. I don't think not like Captain Marvel. I don't think anything that was superpowers in that sense. Mystical. Possibly, but I definitely think an Avenger will show up or another character from the MCU.
Oh, we didn't ever talk about Sharon. Yeah, because they showed her making a phone call.
Oh, that's right. We didn't talk about that. We forgot about that. We saw Sharon Carter.
Yeah.
She made a thing. Now that makes it a little more guessing of her ties with the power broker more so, and that's also another interesting point.
And what was her conversation?
Right.
Well,
but we'll find out.
Yep.
Well, yes, I'm just reading Chippy White. Sorry about that. Old Man Cap. That would be awesome too. I would love to see Old Man Cap. I'm saying there'll be another character for the MCU to make an appearance because the thing is, the Flag Smashers are huge. We saw them in the park. Almost everyone that was in the park came up. So we'll see. We'll see something big. And then Batroc's gonna be in there too. So Batroc's gonna be in there. So you have Batroc, you have the Flag Smashers, you have Sam, you have U.S. Agents, you have Bucky. Right there, we know there's gonna be in that big battle royale. But who else is gonna be there to help? Who else is gonna be there to help? I think we're gonna have another MCU character show up. And that would be cool to see. Will it be Carter coming up? I don't think so. Oh, and I'm calling it now. I think since the scenes with the Power Broker was in Asia, I'm thinking the Mandalorian is the Power Broker. I think the Power Broker is the Mandalorian is the Power Broker. That's my prediction. Because we don't forget we have Shang-Chi, the Legends of the Ten Rings. The Ten Rings is the Mandalorian. There's a tie-in there. And remember, on the one-shot story with Ben Kingsley playing the Mandalorian, he was confronted by an agent of the Mandalorian saying he's been watching and he doesn't like what you've done, or he saw what you've done and he doesn't like what you did. Something like that to that nature. So I think we're gonna get more of the Mandalorian in this last episode too. Maybe an end credit scene. Maybe it could be something like that. Because we do have films coming out with dealing with Shang-Chi, we have the Black Widow, so it could be something like that. I could be wrong. Yeah, it may happen, it may not.
Check the zoo.
But with the second season, but we'll see. We'll see because
my brother
Sebastian
means
Stan is also in talks of maybe doing a Luke Skywalker spinoff.
My brother means Mandarin.
So,
just to let everybody know.
I'm okay with that. But those are my predictions. Do you have any predictions? I know I talk.
Whatever happens.
Okay. I'm not really good at predictions, but I will say I like the idea. Gippy, you're right. If they can bring in Old Man Cap America, I will love that. I mean, they used this character in a moment where they were trying to reclaim the shield.
What did I say?
In the comics. And
I was saying something else. I was saying.
Yes.
Was I not saying? What was I saying? I thought I was saying Mandarin. No.
No, you were.
What was I saying?
Mandalorian.
Was I saying Mandalorian? Was I saying Mandalorian? Oh my God! I was saying Mandalorian.
I was dying laughing. It's okay. It's
you were saying Mandalorian.
I wasn't reading his thing. I wasn't reading.
He just read my chat. Okay, so that's great. But I know what my brother meant. He suspects the Power Broker is the Mandarin with the 10 rings. I like that theory. I personally, I think there's more of a tie-in for Sharon Carter to the Power Broker. I don't think she is the Power Broker. I think there might be more of a tie-in between Val being connected to the Power Broker potentially, because she's very knowledgeable of what's going on. So they're gonna bring back her character. I think that I gotta relook up her name, but if I saw properly, she may be connected to Hydra, so that might be important. Yes, there's gonna be a big clash between everybody there. I don't know if they are going to bring in anybody else besides what we've already talked about. If they keep it close to those characters and they don't bring anybody else back, I think that would be great too. I think they're going to have a lot of tension on its own just on that, and they can focus on Sam Wilson's character, Bucky's character, because they're really being driving the show. They're the stars. So I actually you can hear me now? No, he can't. But I digress. The next episode is definitely going to be more tension, a lot of action. It's going to be boom, boom, boom. You're going to see a lot of things going on. It's going to be a climax episode. You're going to have everything come to a head. So it's going to be a lot of tension. It's not going to feel as drawn out as these last couple episodes have. It's going to be very fast. I'm going to have fun with it. All I know.
Yeah.
All right. So
sorry, we're catching the YouTube.
Oh, you're listening through it on YouTube on that one. Okay. A little bit of a delay. I gotta love how Carly and her pals didn't mourn their fallen teammate. I think Carly did mourn her teammate at Will Morris. It's just that her pals were like, we need to do more. And yes, Skippy Whites, Sharon did get Batroc out of jail. And that was why I was thinking, like, personally, I don't think Sharon's necessarily on Falcon's side.
It was like a collective mourning.
Mm-hmm. We got a moment of silence. Anyways, I'm going to say...
real quick, if anyone can know who that is, that's behind me in the tuxedo, you get extra cool points.
Oh, I'll give the audience a hint. Look at the other figurines on the stand.
Okay. All right. Well, still can't hear you, but that's okay. So I'm going to call myself out. But anyway, it was a pleasure, as always, guys, to watch this. for the first time. You may have rewatched it for the second time, but this was an awesome episode. We're going to watch this a couple more times before the last one, okay? Until next time, I am Angel. This is Kimberly. Until next time, until next week.
Yeah, but next week
you.
it's going to be Friday instead of Sunday, right?
Are you cutting me off again? Okay. Yes. So we're going to see each other next Friday.
Yes, next Friday.
For episode 6 of the Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Episode, season finale.
You keep going, but we are out.
Oh, that was both awkward and fun at the same time. Let's see. I love my family. They're great people. And they powered through even though they lost audio, which we'll figure that out this Friday when we catch up with the last. But wow, guys, thank you for joining me on this. And let's see here. Gippy, you said a couple of episodes ago where she said that the whole superhero thing was a bunch of BS. Yeah, she's jaded. Well, I would say yes, she's absolutely jaded now. She's gotten the short end of the stick in regards. She's had to deal with like the repercussions where everybody else gets a pass and she does. So it kind of sucks for her. But I really think that she kind of leave for her. Otherwise, she's doing like the whole double, triple agent thing. Because her character in the comics character is that she's a super spy. She just goes in and gets the job done no matter what. Here, Gibby White, the guy in the tuxedo was in the top right corner. You would have had to zoom in a lot for my brother's angle to really see that. I would say it was probably the biggest hint is the Funko Pops they had on the top. No, it wasn't the top right. Well, it would have been your top, but it was on his left. He had Funko Pops, Riddler, Two-Face, so forth like that. So just think of that. And let's see here. Anybody I missed in the chat? Okay, so while the attention's on me, I'm going to talk a little bit more about the importance of Isaiah Bradley, that conversation he had with Sam. I'm just going to steal the show on that part. It was different than what they did in the comics, because in the comic, that conversation was between Isaiah Bradley's wife and Captain America himself. And she was the one that was being more jaded to the whole situation. So basically, it was her representing what Isaiah Bradley was saying to Sam in that conversation. And she has total disdain for the American government, the people that treated him and everything like of that nature. Isaiah Bradley was still alive in the comic, even though he was presumed dead. And yes, he got out because he faked his death, just like with the nurse, if I remember correctly. But Isaiah Bradley's wife told Captain America, even though his serum was the closest, they still never had the perfect serum. So there was a side effect. And so Isaiah Bradley essentially never aged, but his mental state deteriorated. And what Captain America did, he tried to make amends by destroying the company that came up after Isaiah Bradley with the experimentation, bringing down the people that was involved. And then all in all, his wife let Captain America finally meet Isaiah, and he presents a gift to Isaiah Bradley of the stolen Captain America suit that Isaiah Bradley stole. And that's one of the reasons why he was put in jail, because they put the blame on Isaiah Bradley, not because he broke rank, because remember, he was presumed dead. He was MIA. He was killed in action. That was the official story. So what they did was they put the blame on him for stealing Captain America's suit. And it was torn to shreds because of the mission he did to try to save his comrades and save people. So Captain America got the suit that was all torn to shreds, gives it to Isaiah as a gift. And you see him with this joy of excitement because you could see that he's feeling honored by Captain America, who was his idol. That's the reason why he did everything that he did. And because he felt like he was representing the title and the purpose. Even though he was being tortured, being experimented on, seeing his fellow comrades and fellow people being essentially guinea pigs. There was layers to that. So granted, they said that his wife was passed on, so they merged the two characters into one in that. It's still a great scene. It has so much weight to it. I thought it was funny how Bucky and Falcon were passing the shield off like they're playing catch, and they're using that as a moment to bond with each other. So could they have just focused on that instead of the boat scene? I think the thing with the boat, yes, it was a little bit long. This is tying back to a point that Game World Intel mentioned earlier. It was a little long, but honestly, I don't think Bucky and Sam had much bonding in all the other episodes. This episode focused on them bonding together as a unit together and to be like, well, they don't really call themselves friends, but I think they made themselves friends at this point. And Bucky being Bucky, of course, putting the moves on Sam's sister. So that's what Bucky does. But it was a growing scene. This episode was about growing for me. I mean, if anybody disagrees with me, you can say so in the chat. It's just one of those things that I have to... This is going to be one of my favorite episodes for the beginning and how they expand on the characters. I'm going to love this episode. And this show has become more my favorite over WandaVision. So I don't know if anybody's still not liking this show, but I am still loving it. Did I miss anything in the chat? Anybody have any pivotal moments that we didn't cover? We did kind of mention about the stunt double for Falcon. He was a parent, but you know what? That's forgivable. It was like one scene and where it was clearly not our Falcon doing like a parkour capoeira flip maneuver, but it still was passable and good. So, good catch, Skippy. Yeah. Bucky was sleeping on the couch, not the floor. That's a good point too. Like the whole scene where they're talking, like I was talking about, like how they're passing the shield around back and forth. Sam took that moment to treat Bucky like the fellow people that he's worked, the veterans that are dealing with PTSD and, you know, they're coming back. And I feel like they've had more conversations than just that one. But that was the whole thing. I think they mentioned that in episode 1 as well. Like when they're talking about the amends. Like Bucky doesn't have a purpose. He doesn't know what he needs to do. He doesn't have a place. He needs to find himself. Helping Sam gives him a purpose. And it gives him motivation. Because the whole time up until this moment, like Bucky's really not feeling like he's being a good person. He's not feeling the drive other than, you know, avenging the wrong, as Sam would say. Let's see here, Gippy, you said, I came to the realization that every single military veteran in the MCU has, well, all rejected, dismissed somehow, and left behind by the government. Heartbreaking. Wait, was War Machine dismissed? I mean, I know they threatened to court-martial him in one of the movies, but I don't remember if he actually was. Captain America, yeah, obviously. Falcon, course. Nick Fury, he's off the grid. He's always been off the grid. Black Widow, technically not a U.S. agent. She was originally a Russian agent who defected. And Hawkeye actually retired. He went into retirement, and then he came back out of retirement. I don't know. Will Morris, I think they paid their, the place looked like it was pretty well kept as far as insulation in that house. I don't think the floor would have been that cold. Yeah. Okay, I agree with you, Gippy White, that like there was a reference that he's probably going to get court-martialed. I don't think they did. For one, remember in Infinity War, they say that he's going to get court-martialed if he didn't arrest Steve. And the fact, what is that? Now you're making me want to watch that scene again. You're probably right. He probably was supposed to be court-martialed. I don't think he did. And purely because if Bucky got a pass after everything was said and done, they probably gave a pass to War Machine. Just my suspicion on that. He's an asset. Especially they don't have Iron Man anymore. He's the closest thing to Iron Man that they'll have. He's too much of an asset to let go. All right, and let's see. I'm trying to think of, was there any Easter eggs that I missed? Or my brother missed? Give it a few seconds for everybody to chime in on that. I don't think I missed anything for now. Either way, I am going to say this. So guys, like my brother said and Kim said, this Friday we will be back at it again. For sure, we're going to do the final episode of Falcon and Winter Soldier. It is going to be fire. I am so excited for it after this episode. And we'll do it live. Same time as last Friday, 9 o'clock. So be ready. If you watched it earlier that day, coos, no spoilers. If you want to rewatch it with us, come back and get in with us. Will Morris, I can see how this would have been a meditative episode. There's a lot to think. There was a lot of Zen moments in there where like people are getting together and calming themselves down. So I can see that. And it's a calming episode, but somehow exciting. Oh, yeah, and we're going to pick up with Invincible on the Sunday after. So we're not going to do 2 episodes in one night. We're just going to do Invincible that Sunday. Which, by the end of episode 6, we'll also announce what new series or movie we're going to watch. I would be lying if I wouldn't be excited if they said they were going to do a season 2 out of this. I am enjoying it. So if they do a season 2 Gibby White, I'll be the first one to be clapping. On that note, I will say, guys, I'm going to have to dip out. But if you do enjoy this, come back. We'll finish this up again. It's been a blast. I enjoy talking with you guys every time. Enjoy watching these episodes. You're fun. Boonda, we love you. Gibby, Morris, all of you, you're excellent. And we might have to do an anime series. But either way, you guys just continue being excellent and expand your minds. I just messed up my own closer. Let's do that again. So, as I always say, continue watching anime, expand your minds, and just be excellent. Laters, guys.
Let's go.